And I know that you help many PTs educate them about their debt. So what is the current status of the DPT debt to income ratio?
Yeah, it's not good, right? I mean, like in the US here, education, the cost of education is skyrocketing. It's getting worse and worse and worse. It's kind of taking that hockey stick graph outlook, and it's just not sustainable. If you're graduating with 150, 200, $250,000 worth of student loan debt, and you're going to end up with a job somewhere in the 60 to 75,000, $85,000 range as a new grad, those numbers really don't equate. At the most, you probably want to look for a debt to income ratio around one, right? 1/1. So let's say you have $100,000 worth of student loan debt over the $100,000 you could make as a new grad per se. Let's say you're in a travel position or a home health position, right? Those tend to make a little bit more here in the US. 100,000 student loan debt over the 100,000 income, that's a 1-to-1 ratio, right? So that's not terrible. But that's probably about as bad as you want to get it. Anything more than that, and you're starting to make some career choices based on income, because it's going to take you longer to possibly buy a house. It's going to take you longer to maybe start a family. All these different decisions you have to make in life could be delayed based on the amount of student loans you're going to have to pay back monthly. So, recognizing that debt to income ratio as early on as you can, even when you're applying to schools, is going to be super important for physical therapists here in the U.S. as we move forward, because I really feel like the student loan bubble is the next one that's going to burst. So, and it's not like we should be, waiting for the government to bail us out either. I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. As you can see, it's been a bumpy ride for the government these last couple of years anyway. So I'm not holding my breath that they're going to get it done either. So the more education you can get, the more you can learn about this stuff, the better off you'll be.
So you would say that go to a PT school here would be anywhere from 150 to 250?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. A lot of the students that I work with and I coach and I mentor are in that situation a lot of times because they went to private schools, and that's one of the mistakes that I made. State schools are going to be a lot less expensive. You can, like East Carolina, when I went, even though it was a master's program at the time, was very affordable for a state school. I think it was maybe $24,000 a year for 2 years. And I worked my way through that and paid it off by the time I had graduated with the master's. So, that's much more affordable to go to the state schools. But a lot of these top 10 DPT programs and the private DPT programs, you can graduate with anywhere from 100,000 to I'm hearing upwards of even 300,000. And that probably includes some undergrad as well, but some really scary numbers out there.